Way back in the 14th century, one thinker saw this hidden pattern in the rise and fall of empires.
And that very question was at the heart of Ibn Khaldun's masterpiece, the Muqaddimah.
You see, he saw the state like a living thing. It's born, it grows, and yeah, it eventually dies. Now, the engine for this whole cycle, it's a powerful idea he called asabiya.
Think of it as the social glue that lets a tough, hungry group take over a comfy, established state.
But here's the crazy part. That initial strength, it starts to decay almost right away.
He actually mapped out the entire life of a dynasty in these 5 distinct stages. So it kicks off with victory. Then the new ruler grabs all the power for himself. This brings on a golden age of luxury, but that tough warrior spirit starts to get soft. Then comes stagnation. They just end up copying the glories of the past, losing their creative spark. And finally, it's just waste and corruption, leaving an empty shell ripe for takeover.
And get this, he figured this whole cycle wraps up in about 120 years.
This perfectly explains his theory of the 3 generations: the builder, the sustainer, and the destroyer.
So what's the real cause of this unavoidable decline? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a cascade.
It really starts with luxury. That makes rulers defensive, and then tyranny isn't far behind. That means crushing taxes, a tanking economy, and that social glue, it just completely dissolves.
The empire becomes totally hollowed out, just waiting for a new group with that strong asabiya to show up.
But this collapse isn't really the end. It's just the beginning of the very next cycle.
Centuries later, the historian Arnold Toynbee echoed this exact idea. Collapse comes from within.
Which leaves us with a pretty heavy question. Are we seeing these same patterns playing out right now?